It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Watch it, Oscar. Longer, long. Out.
2 and a throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 70 yards. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Escapes the defender. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. In motion left goes a tight end. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Now 2nd and 5. And the tight end goes in motion left. Again, it's Cook. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's Buechele to throw. Has his man. It's Shakir. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Buechele looking to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing Buechele. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Buechele. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
An audible here to get a new look. They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills' first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the gun, it's Buechele. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. 19, 18. 70 rings. 19 light. Hey.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So a very long drive, play after play, gets him down the field, but wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2nd and 9. Now Tua going to change the play. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 5. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now they'll change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 70 yards. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
44. Ready.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Time on 3, kick.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
From the gun, it's Tua. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick. It's a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. .35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Motion man is Shakir. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and 4. Play action, Buechele. They'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away? and take control of this game.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. Shotgun for Buechele. And this is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out of the gun now on third down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up second and 10. Here's Buechele to throw. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Cooper will come in motion right. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Buechele looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Coleman, the man in motion left. It's caught by Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Keon Coleman, 26 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. That one 28 yards on the ground. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. The two are going to try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at one here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's first and 10. Throwing Buechele. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
This is first and 10. In motion goes the tight end. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six. And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's first down. Buechele. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up now. This is second and long. And they go play action with Buechele. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Shakir.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Buechele. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now an audible here into something else.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
A give, running right, Achane.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Here is 3rd and 5.
From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They can convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Breaks through the contact.
And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So they're offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. Going deep right away. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Isn't holding out. They're able to drop it.
Go.
Working quickly here. They're going for it. It's Herbert. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over and now into the field.
That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go. Set. 65.
They go play action on 1st. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. Second and goal back to all the way up to the 14 here.
60 Eagle. 19 Tiger.
Trying again, following the set. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Bills get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Now the Bills will go for 2.
19, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Inside give to the fullback. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Pass now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. It's caught. This is Ryan McCarthy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Set.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He puts everything behind this one. This is brought in at the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he got what he could there, only to the 14.
Go.
Offense in the hurry up here. Play fake, now Herbert to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 2-point game. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And he makes the catch, and just like that, we're right back even at 8 apiece. What a start to this one, baby. Both teams scoring, and without hesitation, on everyone out there to go for 2. For fans of aggressive offenses, Brock, this is certainly shaping up to be their perfect type of game.
Yeah, you think both these offenses just going to go for 2 from here on out? I don't know. There's a lot of risk involved with it, but I'm here for it.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Samuel now to return it. And he doesn't make it very far. Tackled at his own 10-yard line.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Got it. Ready?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hawk, 7, hawk, 10. Hut, hut.
Finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills need only 1 to take the lead. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. And sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion. Bass now to kick this away. It bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. You ready? Grab. Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. It is caught left side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense.
We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Grenade. Run. Set. Why do we run?
Here's Herbert. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set. Set.
Now Herbert again. Launches his one deep downfield. He intercepts the pass. DeMar Hamlin picks it off. And the Bills take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
To throw it on 1st down. Complete to Coleman. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Go.
From midfield now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Set. Cowboy.
Another try following the sack. Nice game on shot. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got 1st and downs. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Play action on 1st down. Has it down close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
He's throwing for it! And the tip-forward pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Bass now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This ball is caught by Palmer. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Set. Set.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Cade, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Set. Real.
Throwing now, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Herbert on first down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. Player Elam makes the play. And the Bills will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Come out throwing. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now looking to throw. Here's him holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19, 19. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. Dump off to his fullback. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, on comes Sam Martin to handle the punt for the Bills. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Chargers take possession. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Set. Go.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Falcons are holding up. They're able to drop it. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Ready.
To throw, Herbert. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
5-9, 5-9. Ready.
Herbert back to throw. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, brother, hits another interception. Demar Hamlin picks it off. And the Bills get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now, and he's thrown an interception.